When my wife, Claire, first told me about her company's annual office party, I assumed she'd want me there. After all, spouses were invited, and it was meant to be a glamorous evening where everyone dressed up, celebrated promotions, and toasted to another successful year. But instead of excitement, I saw hesitation in her eyes. "Mark," she said slowly, avoiding my gaze, "I think it's best if you don't come this time." I frowned. "Why not? You know I'd love to be there." She shifted uncomfortably, tucking a strand of hair behind her ear. It's going to be boring for you. It's all corporate talk, work gossip, and networking. You won't enjoy it." That didn't sound like Claire. She had always wanted me by her side, always insisted we present ourselves as a team. Her sudden change of heart sent a pang of suspicion through me. "Claire, if there's another reason, just tell me." Her lips tightened. Then, after a long pause, she whispered, "It's my friends. They don't really respect you." The words cut deeper than I expected. "Don't respect me?" I repeated slowly. Claire looked away. "They think you're too simple. That you're not ambitious enough. They make jokes sometimes, and she exhaled sharply, "I can't deal with them making comments if you're there." Shock rippled through me. Her friends, the same people I had opened our home to, cooked dinner for, laughed with over drinks, didn't respect me? And worse, Claire knew it. She had never defended me, never shut them down. Instead, she begged me to stay away, as if I was the embarrassment. I nodded silently, masking the storm inside me. "Fine. If that's what you want." On the night of the party, Claire dressed up in a sleek red gown, looking every bit the glamorous woman who belonged in those glittering circles. She kissed my cheek before leaving, but I could feel the distance, the shame in her touch. When the door closed behind her, I sat alone in our quiet living room, replaying her words. "They don't respect you." The longer I sat, the more it gnawed at me. Finally, I made a decision. I changed into my suit, grabbed my car keys, and drove to the hotel where the party was being held. I told myself I wasn't going there to cause a scene, I just wanted to see for myself what these so-called friends really thought of me. I slipped into the ballroom quietly, blending into the crowd. The chandeliers sparkled overhead, laughter and music filled the air, and everyone looked polished, powerful, and perfectly confident. I spotted Claire across the room, laughing with a group near the bar. She hadn't seen me yet. I lingered nearby, pretending to be part of the crowd, until I caught their conversation. My stomach dropped as I heard my own name. "Claire," one of her colleagues said with a smirk, "is your husband really as dull as he looks in those Facebook photos?" The group erupted in laughter. Claire forced a smile, her cheeks flushing. "He's sweet," she said softly. "Sweet," another chimed in. "That's what people say when someone's boring. No offense, but you could do so much better. You're smart, ambitious, stunning, and he's just average." I waited for Claire to defend me, to shut them down. But instead, she lowered her glass and muttered, "I know. Sometimes I feel like he holds me back." The words hit me like a punch to the gut. My own wife, the woman I supported through late nights at work, the one I believed in when she doubted herself, had betrayed me, not with another man, but with her silence, her complicity, her willingness to belittle me just to fit in with her arrogant friends. I didn't make a scene. I didn't confront her there. Instead, I walked out as quietly as I had come, the laughter still echoing in my ears. When Claire returned home later, tipsy and glowing from the night, she was surprised to find me awake, sitting on the couch in the dark. "Mark? Why are you still up?" I looked at her calmly. "I went to the party." Her smile faltered. "You, what?" "I heard everything, Claire. Every word. You didn't just let them humiliate me, you joined them. You made me the butt of their jokes." Her face drained of color. "Mark, it wasn't like that, I didn't mean." "Don't," I cut her off sharply. "You begged me not to come because you were ashamed of me. Ashamed of the life we built together. Ashamed of the man who's done nothing but love you. Tears welled in her eyes. I was scared of what they'd say. I didn't want to lose their respect. And what about mine? I snapped. You lost mine tonight. The silence between us was heavier than any argument. For the first time, I saw Claire not as my wife, but as a woman desperate to be admired by people who didn't care about her, willing to throw away her marriage for their shallow approval. I stood up, walked past her, and headed to the bedroom. You wanted me to skip the party, Claire, I said quietly, but what you really skipped was loyalty. She whispered my name, her voice trembling, but I didn't look back. I finally understood that sometimes betrayal doesn't come in the form of infidelity, sometimes it comes in the form of silence, of choosing strangers' opinions over your partner's dignity. And that was something I couldn't forgive.